Pwede na mag-start. Ready na, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. Yes, good morning. We are here now for the private conference of projects. Contract ID 24M00032, 24M00033, 24M00034, 24M00035. We are here now for the private conference. Contract ID number 24M00177, 23M00122, and 24M00255. No, so these are the projects that we're going to be that's going to be the subject of this private conference. Now, before we go any further, let us have first the preliminaries. First is the let us first have an invocation, no? I guess it should be led by Engineer Masud Ibrahim, the second.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Arrahmanirrahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin.
Okay. Thank you very much. No, okay, let us now proceed with the roll call and the determination of the quorum of the Bids and Awards committees. Please acknowledge all participating contractors, Bids and Awards committees, the TWG, the Secretariat, and any observers in attendance. So this will be given to us by the BAC Secretariat.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
For the roll of attendees for today's pre-bid conference for 9 civil works projects, here are the attendees. Sir Jorkan P. Magsungayan, the BAC chairperson, who is present with us via Zoom. Engineer Arnold Ulangkaya, BAC member, who is also present via Zoom. Engineer Masud Mastor Ibrahim, BAC member. Engineer Sherlyn Avila, head of the BAC Secretariat. Engineer Jessica Romano, BAC Secretariat. Ma'am Grace Marcelo, BAC Secretariat. Engineer Vanessa J. Salazar, BAC Secretariat. Engineer Rosmia Alama Saliwato, BAC Secretariat. Engineer Orfa Malazarte, TWG member. Yours truly, Engineer Janela Romano from the staff. Engineer Alimandaya Tanggol, BAC member. With present via Zoom, Engineer Lizelle Albento from the procurement staff. We also have representatives from different construction firms. We have Ma'am Rona May Untal from Pasay Construction, Sir Nimbo Sinarimbo from Blue Mountain Developers, Ma'am Eileen Galyato from Nirvana Construction and Supplies, Sir Ash Raif Usop from Dawing Construction, Sir Marjo Maraon from Prestige Builders, Sir Earl Vince Rod Valeroso from Pasay Construction, and from Virgus Construction, Ma'am Alisa Lucusin, who is present via Zoom. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. No, do we have a representative from the observers?
Actually, sir, we invited them, but no one is in Zoom.
Okay. Thank you very much, and please put it on record that you have sent invitation to observers, but no one attended our private conference. Meron akong Viber call. So for the back secretariat, please strengthen the notification to our observers, no, para ma-encourage po natin yung attendance nila to join us even via Zoom if they cannot do it personally.
Noted, sir.
Okay. So with that, I would like to welcome all the participants to this private conference. No, we have already have a role of attendees, no, for the back members, the TWG, the secretariat, and so with the participating bidders or the prospected bidders who are interested to this project, maybe, no. And for the determination of the Bids and Awards Committee quorum, I observe we have 4 attendees out of 6, and with that, no, I declare this the attendance of the Bids and Awards Committee in quorum for today's private conference. No? So thank you very much for your attendance. And now to proceed with the projects that are going to be discussed for the private conference. As I've mentioned, we have 24MO0032, and this is the construction of riverbank protection, Esteros River, downstream phase 3, Cotabato City. 24MO0033, construction of riverbank protection, Esteros River, downstream phase 3, Cotabato City. 24MO0034, the construction of riverbank protection, Esteros River, upstream phase 4, Cotabato City. And then the 24MO0035, this is the construction of riverbank protection revetment along Esteros River, downstream Esteros Bridge, approach Malaga Pass, section, Barangay Rosario Heights, Cotabato City, phase 1, Cotabato City. And 24MO0175, this is the road widening, Cotabato Marvel Road, K1737 plus 850 to K1738 plus 461, Surala South Cotabato. 24MO0176, the road widening of Cotabato Marble Road, K1745 plus 815.50 to K1746 plus 500, Surala South Cotabato. And then 24MO0177, this is the road widening, Cotabato Marble Road, K1750 plus 436 to K1752 plus 471, Surala South Cotabato. 23MO0122, this is construction of Baumol Main Canal Service Road, General SK Pindaton, Maguindanao, Katubigan, Kalsada tungo sa Patubigan, General SK Pindaton, Maguindanao. And last but not the least is the 23MO0255. This is the construction of road Barangay Ibutigan, Barangay Damaniog, Sultan Kudarat, Maguindanao del Norte. So these are the 9 projects that I've mentioned to be the subject for discussion for this private conference. So before I proceed with the next agenda, may I also inform that this private conference is live stream via YouTube, and I think it's also in the Facebook. So these are for purposes of establishing transparency in the procurement of procurement activities of our office. So let us move with the next agenda. Then we have item 1, 2, 3. The first item is about the brief presentation or explanation by the Bids and Awards Committee of the basic contract data, the requirements of bidding documents, the electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of the civil works contracts. Yes. Yes. Brief presentation is up to the financial proposals. No. So first we have for the basic contract data for the brief presentation that includes the contract description, the EBC, and the duration of the project. And this time, may I give the airwave to Engineer Master Ibrahim the second to give us to discuss about the brief presentation about the basic contract data of these 9 projects that are going to be the subject of this pre-bid conference. Thank you.
Once again, good morning. For the basic contract data, for contract ID 24M00032, construction of riverbank protection, Terrace River, downstream, phase 2 at Cotabato City. This is a construction of flood mitigation structure with 333 linear meters. Approved budget for the contract is 46,890,315. Pickup license category is medium A. Contract for contract ID 24M00033. Construction of riverbank protection, Terrace River, downstream, phase 3 at Cotabato City. This is a construction of flood mitigation structure with 332 linear meters. Approved budget for the contract is 46,802,500. Contract duration is 215 calendar days. The required pickup license category is medium A. For contract ID 24M00034, construction of riverbank protection, Terrace River, upstream, phase 4, Cotabato City. This is a construction of flood mitigation structure with 332 linear meters. Approved budget for the contract is 46,802,500. Contract duration is 215 calendar days. Pickup license category is medium A. For contract ID 24M00035, construction of riverbank protection, revetment along Terrace River, downstream, Terrace Bridge, approach A at Malagapa section, Barangay Rosary Heights 10, Cotabato City, phase 1. This is a construction of flood mitigation structure with a length of 685 linear meters. Approved budget for the contract is 96 million. Contract duration is 261 calendar days. Pickup license category is medium A. The contract ID 24M00175, road widening, Cotabato Marble Road, K1737 plus 850 to K1738 plus 461 at Surala South Cotabato. Road widening with 1.234 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 19,300,000. Contract duration is 119 calendar days. Required pickup license category is small B. For contract ID 24M00176, road widening, Cotabato Marble Road, K1745 plus 815.5 to K1746 plus 500 at Surala South Cotabato. This is a road widening with 1.353 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 21,374,750. Contract duration is 123 calendar days. Required pickup license category is small B. For contract ID 24M00177, road widening, Cotabato Marble Road, K1750 plus 436 to K1752 plus 471 at Surala South Cotabato. This is a road widening with 4.092 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 64,644,385. Contract duration is 194 calendar days. Required pickup license category is medium A. For contract ID 00122, construction of the Umol Main Canal Service Road at General SK Tagbatol, Maguindanao, Katubigan, Kalsada, tungo sa Katubigan. This is a construction of concrete road with 0.856 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 9,852,650. Contract duration is 56 calendar days. Required pickup license category is small B. For contract ID 23M00255, construction of road Barangay Ibutigan to Barangay Damanyog, Sultan Kudarat, Mindanao del Norte. This is a construction of concrete road with 1.956 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 24,125,000. Contract duration is 138 calendar days. The required pickup license category is small B. So that would be all for the basic contract data, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Masud. So with that, let us proceed, maybe in addition, since eventually the bids, the bidding documents is required to be available, since we already have this pre-bid conference. May I also add that the cost, for purposes of again the requirement of the Citizen Charter, declaring any fees, to any activities of the Bids and Awards Committee. The cost of bidding documents for contract ID number 24M0032 is 25,000 pesos. And for 24M0033, it's 25,000 pesos. And 24M0034, 25,000 pesos. For contract ID number 24M0035, 50,000 pesos. And contract ID number 24M0176, 25,000 pesos. And then contract ID number 24M0177, it's also 15,000 pesos. So for contract ID number 23M00122, it's 10,000 pesos. And 23M00255, it's 25,000 pesos. It's been a requirement that we also have to declare not just the process but also the corresponding fees of the transactions, being required by our Office Citizen Charter. So thank you very much for that. With that, let us move with the discussion on the requirements of bidding documents. I've already mentioned, enumerate to you the cost of its bidding documents to each projects. So the discussion includes the instruction to bidders, the general condition of contract, special condition of contract, specification, drawings, bills of quantities and forms, and any other details that are going to be that is deemed necessary for the requirements of bidding documents. So with this, in the agenda, this is going to be discussed to us by Engineer John Mark Salas, or maybe if he's not around, it's Roberto Gabriel Conrado Capulong from the Planning and Design Division. So any one of the two may know. Oh, by the way, before you start, may I acknowledge the Attorney Jahara Ali Macadato, the Bids and Awards Committee Vice Chairperson, as one. So I've mentioned that we are previously that we were 4 out of 6. Now we are already almost 100% in attendance. We have 5 out of 6. So morning, Ma'am Jahara. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam, sir.
So we'll discuss later some details. So with this, to continue the pre-bid conference, no, Attorney Jahara, we are now in the discussion of the requirements of bidding documents, and I had already called up Engineer Capolong for this.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Good morning.
For contract ID 24M00032, construction of river bank protection in Terrace River, downstream phase 2, Cotabato City. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis. Provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on their rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, mobilization, demobilization, and additional geotechnical exploration. Part J, flood control and drainage works includes the following. Part 1A, earthwork, embankment from borrow common soil. Part 1B, bank and slope protection works includes metal railing, steel, pipe culverts 610 millimeters in diameter, concrete slope protection, structural steel sheet piles furnished, and structural steel sheet piles driven. For contract ID 24M00033, construction of river bank protection Esteros River, downstream phase 3, Cotabato City. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on their rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, mobilization and demobilization, and additional geotechnical exploration. Part J, flood control and drainage includes the following. Part 1A, earthwork includes embankment from borrow common soil. Part 1B, bank and slope protection works includes the following. Metal railing, steel, pipe culverts 610 millimeters in diameter, concrete slope protection, structural steel sheet piles furnished, and structural steel sheet piles driven. For contract ID 24M00034, construction of river bank protection Esteros River upstream phase 4, Cotabato City. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on their rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, mobilization, demobilization, and additional geotechnical exploration. Part J, flood control and drainage includes Part 1A, our earthwork includes the following. Embankment from borrow common soil. Part 1B, back and slope protection works includes the following. Metal railing, steel, pipe culvert 610 millimeters in diameter, concrete slope protection, structural steel sheet piles furnished, and structural steel sheet piles driven. For contract ID 24M00035, construction of river bank protection, revetment along Esteros River, downstream Esteros Bridge approach, A, Malagapas section, Barangay Rosary Heights 10, Cotabato City, phase 1. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on their rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, mobilization and demobilization, and additional geotechnical exploration. Part J, flood control and drainage includes the following. Part 1A, earthwork includes embankment from borrow common soil. Part 1B, bank and slope protection works includes the following. Metal railing, steel, pipe culverts 610 millimeters in diameter, concrete slope protection, structural steel sheet piles furnished, and structural steel sheet piles driven. For contract ID 24M00175, road widening, Cotabato Margel Road, the scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on their rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks, includes the following: clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, small, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, removal of actual structures and obstruction, RCPC, 610 millimeters in diameter, removal of structures and obstruction concrete, removal of existing guardrails, removal of existing guardrail posts, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, embankment from borrow, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, sub-base and base course, includes the following: aggregate sub-base course. Part E, surface course, includes the following: Portland cement concrete pavement, 150 millimeters thick at 14 days, and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, includes the following: grouted riprap, Class A. Part H, miscellaneous structures, includes the following: metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam, metal beam and piece fishtail, installation of metal guardrail, metal beam including post, W beam, regulatory sign 600 millimeters, 3R16A, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking, seedlings, saplings for other programs and initiatives, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow. For contract ID 24M00176, road widening, Cotabato Marbel Road, the scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer, includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements, includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks, includes the following: clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, removal of structures and obstruction concrete, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, embankment from borrow, common soil, subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, sub-base and base course, includes the following: aggregate sub-base course. Part E, surface course, includes the following: Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 150 millimeters thick at 14 days. Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F, bridge construction, includes the following: reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete 20.68 MPa Class B. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, includes the following: pipe culvert 610 millimeters in diameter, Class 4 RCPC. Pipe culverts 910 millimeters in diameter, Class 4 RCPC. Manholes concrete 610 millimeters in diameter, grouted riprap, Class A, and stone masonry. Part H, miscellaneous structures, includes the following: curb and gutter cast in place, sidewalk 100 millimeters thick, metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam, metal end piece, fishtail, regulatory signs 600 millimeters in diameter, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking, seedlings, saplings for other programs and initiatives, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow. For contract ID 24M00177, road widening, Cotabato Marbel Road, the scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer, includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of field of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements, includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks, includes the following: clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, small, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, removal of actual structures and obstruction, 150 millimeter thick PCCP unreinforced, removal of structures and obstruction concrete, removal of existing guardrails, removal of existing guardrail posts, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following. Aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface course includes the following. Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 150 millimeters thick at 14 days, and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F, bridge construction includes the following. Reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete class B at 20.68 MPa. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures includes the following. Pipe culverts 910 millimeters in diameter, class 4 RCPC. Granted riprap class A and stone masonry. Part H, miscellaneous structures includes the following. Metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam, metal end beam and piece, fishtail, installation of metal guardrail, metal beam including post, W beam, regulatory signs 600 millimeters, R316A prohibitive or restrictive signs for addition of overtaking, seedlings, saplings for other programs and initiatives, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, and single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 8-meter pole 60 watts. For contract ID 24M00122, construction of Baumol Main Canal Service Road, General S.A. Sendator, Maguindanao, Katubigan. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on their rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard and signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks includes the following. Removal of actual structures, obstruction 910 RCPC 910 millimeters in diameter. Embankment from borrow and subgrade preparation. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following. Aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface courses includes the following. Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 280 millimeters thick. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures includes the following. Reinforcing steel, grade 40, minor structures. Structural concrete, class A, minor structures. And pipe culverts 910 millimeters in diameter, class 4. Part H, miscellaneous structures includes the following. Pavement markings, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white. For contract ID 24M00255, construction of road, Barangay Ibotigan to Barangay Namaniog, Sultan Kudarat, Maguindanao del Norte. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on their rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following. Project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks includes the following. Unsuitable excavation, embankment from borrow, and subgrade preparation. Part D, subbase and base course includes the following. Aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface courses includes the following. Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 200 millimeters thick, and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 230 millimeters thick. Part F, bridge structures includes the following. Reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete class A. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures includes the following. Pipe culverts 910 millimeters in diameter, class 4. Part H, miscellaneous structures includes the following. Metal guardrail, metal beam including post, warning signs 600 millimeters, W1-3A horizontal curve, alignment curve left or right. Hazard markers 450 by 600 millimeters, chevron signs, pavement markings, reflectorized thermoplastic white, and pavement markings, reflectorized thermoplastic yellow. That is all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Capolong. So, yun po yung requirements of the bidding documents, no? These are all, among these are the contents of our bid documents for all the projects, no, that we are now discussing today. And for this, before we proceed with the other item, no, on the required documents to be submitted by the bidders, no, for their bid proposals, no, may I ask the bidders if you have any query, clarification as far as the requirements of the bidding documents is concerned? So no clarification? How about those in the bidders that are in the participating online? Okay, so hearing none, it is understood that everything is clear, no? So please review all the contents of the bidding documents, no? Even the TWG of the Bids and Awards Committee, so with the bidders, no, to review also the back, no, we are looking for that. So now let us proceed with the discussion, no, on what are those documents that are going to be considered or required in the submission of your proposals. So we know that we have the two proposals. This is the technical proposal and the financial proposals, no? So first, let us discuss the form of bids, no, being required in the technical proposal. Among these to be discussed is the pickup special joint ventures. Just a moment. Okay, if the pickup special joint venture license, if applicable, then the bid security, the fellowship certificate of registration and membership in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the implementing rules and regulation, the RA 9184 or the eligibility requirements under Section 23.1 of the IRR. So with this, may I acknowledge Engineer Janila Marila Siromano to discuss the technical proposals on the specific documents that I had just mentioned. Thank you.
Good morning once again, sir. Good morning, everyone. For the technical requirements, first is the PhilJob Certificate of Registration and Membership in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Second, A, if the bidder is not previously enrolled in the CAA. The bidder's Class A and Class B document not covered by the PhilJob Certificate in accordance with Section 4.8.2 of the CPM Volume 2. These documents should include, among others, the following information required in IRR Section 25.2b. The valid pickup license or special pickup license in case of joint ventures. The statement of all ongoing government and private, including contracts awarded but not yet started. The statement identifying the bidder's single largest completed contracts or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid. The net financial contracting capacity NFCC computation and statement of total assets and total liabilities. The joint venture agreement if applicable. B, if the bidder is previously enrolled in a CAA but would like to update any of its Class A and Class B documents, the pertinent documents are to be updated. Third is the bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period in the form DPWH INFR-13. And lastly, the eligibility requirements under Section 23.1 of the IRR.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Chair. I'll proceed to the technical requirements to be submitted by the contractor. First is the organizational chart for the contract to be bid signed by the authorized managing officer. Second is the contractor's list of key personnel. So the contractor shall employ the following key personnel: the project manager, project engineer, DPWH materials engineer, construction safety officer 3, and construction foreman. For project manager, kindly include a copy of the TIN ID. For safety officer 3, with mandatory 40-hour basic OSH training course applicable to the industry and additional 48 hours of advanced or specialized occupational safety training course relevant to the industry. So the list of key personnel should be submitted together with the respective qualifications and experience data, which the work experience is similar to the project being procured, and this personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set in the bidding documents. Third is the list of contractors' major equipment unit pledge to be used for the project must be supported by proof of ownership. It is owned for lease agreement. In case of this equipment, a lease contract and affidavit of commitment should be submitted with the lessor or owner as the pledger of the equipment, stating therein that the equipment will be available for the duration of the project. For purchase agreements, the description of the equipment to be purchased, such as brand or model, type of equipment, motor number, body number, and the capacity must be indicated in the document. All documents in support of the ownership of equipment pledge and other documents photocopied from the original shall be clear or readable and should be authenticated or certified to copy as needed during the post-qualification process. So the contractor must also submit a certification of the availability of equipment to certify that the equipment is available and ready for use in the project being secured, duly signed and notarized. Next is the omnibus warrant statement by the prospective bidder in the form prescribed by the GPPB, signed and authorized. Fifth, the inclusion of the minimum testing materials equipment. Contractors are likewise required for the inclusion of the minimum material testing equipment in the technical component of the bid in compliance with Department Order Number 11, Series of 2017. For other pertinent documents, first is the sworn statement, conflict of interest by the prospective bidder, duly signed and authorized. Then the contractor's certification of key personnel as a Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012, duly signed or authorized. So our forms are available now in the bidding documents for references, and you may also follow the format and required data, provide required data. So that's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, no, Engineer Malasarte. So now let us prove. Just a moment. Okay, no. So those are the documents, the basic documents required for the technical profession. Now, may I back to the bid, to the prospective bidders if they have any question on this.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, please.
Dun po sa minimum testing materials required, ano po yung minimum na sinasabi?
Okay.
Testing materials.
Kyle, can you please answer what's in the bidding documents?
Yung part natin sir, yung certification, inspection report po ng mga laboratory materials po ninyo. So dapat na-certify po ng any DPWH agency po.
Okay, thank you. Pwede mag-recognize kung ano yung anong company.
Blue Mountain Developers po.
Blue Mountain Developers.
Blue Mountain Developers, sir.
Okay. So, sir, good morning. Na-address na po ba yung query mo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. No, we also have one query in the chat box, no, from Alaysa Ducosin of Burgos Construction. Ask ko lang po, may sample form po nung sa Certificate of Availability of Equipment. Sa Secretariat, you can answer that.
Mag-download lang tayo, sir.
Meron po tayong sample, sir. Pwede po natin mabigyan ng contractor. Pwede na po sila makinig dito sa procurement po. After po nilang bumili po ng documents, billing documents.
Okay, so please coordinate with Ma'am Alaysa for that, no? You're welcome, Ma'am Alaysa, no? Thank you also for raising that query, no? Medyo nakaka-problema din ng Bids and Awards Committee during the evaluation of your proposals, no? Especially on the required minimum the compliance with the required form plus what are those to be in the prescribed form, no? If you can remember, for the laboratory equipment, no, we are requiring bidders to include in their bid documents the certification and the list of laboratory equipment, no, duly inspected by any DPWH offices, together with the certification of its availability as required under department order of the department. So I guess we are clear on that, no? So let us now proceed with the discussion of the item B of the documents to be submitted by the bidders, such as the financial proposal. And this time, the Secretariat will, Engineer Banisa Jit Salazar will discuss to you this financial proposal. This is the content of which is the bid form, the bid prices in the bill of quantities, the detailed estimate, and the cash flows. No, in her discussion, she will include the electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contract. So for this, no, by the way, thank you, Engineer Opa Marlasarte, for your discussion, no, on some of the documents to be submitted for the technical proposal. So now, may I call on Engineer Salazar, please?
Morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I will discuss the financial requirements. First is the bid form. It must be in accordance with the form prescribed in Section 9 of bidding forms. Contractors must write the original total price of bid, written in figures and words. If the contractor has a discount offered, please write the methodology of your application and indicate the new bid amount written in figures and words. For the discount offered, it will be deducted on the original bid amount and that of the ABC, and the amount written in words will prevail. Second is the bid prices and the bill quantities. It consists of bid prices written in figures and words. Third is the detailed estimates. It includes summary sheets indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, equipment rental use, indicating also the direct and indirect cost in coming up with the bid. Fourth is the quarterly or monthly cash flow and payment schedule. There is also a prescribed form in Section 9 of bidding forms. Financial proposal that exceed the ABC indicated shall be rejected, and any missing documents in the mentioned checklist is ground for outright rejection. For the other pertinent issues, contractors must submit one original copy and two photocopies. Likewise, the same must be book-bounded, properly labeled, tagged, and paginated as per DO number 90/2002. For the requirements of notice of award, first is the notice with your signed conforme thereon, the required performance security, the required credit line or cash deposit certificate if applicable, the required contractor's all-risk insurance, the precedence diagram method, manpower schedule, equipment utilization schedule, project organization chart, construction method, and construction safety and health program approved by the DOE. Next, the three-strike policy of the department. The provision governing the imposition of administrative sanctions for contractors who commit acts which tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, such as habitually withdrawing from bidding, submitting late bids, or patently insufficient bid for at least 3 times within a year, except for valid reasons. Next is the electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil work contracts. For the preparation and submission of bids, prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the bidder shall send a copy of the official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in PDF format. An auto-reply email shall be sent to the bidder after successfully sending the official receipt to the proper email address. Bidders must prepare the electronic bid in a password-protective archive format and submit it to the email address identified in invitation to bid and bid data sheet. The submitted electronic bid shall contain 2 files, the technical and financial proposal, both in a password-protective archive format. Bidders must submit their electronic bid using the registered email address in CWA, and all files in technical and financial proposal must be in PDF format. The password protective archive file must be opened using a password provided by the bidder and must be successfully opened or accessed by the bank. Bidders shall be given a maximum of 3 attempts or a period of 15 minutes, whichever comes first, to provide the correct password, except in unforeseen justifiable circumstances. Otherwise, the bidder shall be disqualified. The bidder may also be subjected to the sanction under BO number 17, series of 2015, the 3-strike policy, as may be warranted under the circumstances. The official email address of our office is electronicbids_r12@bpwh.gov.ph. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer G. Salazar. So that concludes the details that are going to be discussed for this for the pre-bid conference of the 9 projects, no, that we just discussed. So with that, I would like to remind, by the way, the bidders, no, and those who are having who had been awarded projects in the office. Now, whenever you have a collection, you please provide our cashier the official receipts, no? Kasi especially when this is being deposit to your account through ADA. So we're having problem in the collection of the official receipts from the bidder, no? So this OR are required by the Commission on Audit as part of the documents that we are submitting to them. So please, we are appealing to you. I understand that. Just a moment, please. Just a moment. Okay, sorry for that, no? May mga instructions. So, sa office instructions. So with that, no, as I've mentioned, I'm going to ask the contractors, the bidders, if they have a query, no, for what we had just discussed. This is very important considering that once you fail to submit documents, or once you had submitted the inappropriate documents, that may tantamount to your disqualification. So if you have any queries, please raise it now in this forum so that we can discuss.
Excuse
And
me.
if-
Good morning, sir. I am Marjo of Prestige. Tanong ko lang, sir, sa regarding sa list of contract, pwede ba pag-isahin ang kwan, sir? Under sa list ng contract, sa statement niya, pwede pag-isahin yung certification of availability, yung nagpakarinta ng sasakyan. O separate siya.
Certificate of availability.
Ma'am Shi, kindly answer Ma'am Shi yung ano, di ba meron tayong mga department orders on that?
Di ba may nakakuha na dyan na sa availability of funds? Separate siya.
Certificate of availability po, sir, separate po siya na form. Opo, form. Tapos actually, sir, pwede man tayo kami ang sample na lang para sa list na nagkakaano kayo. Hindi kayo mag-pinsa na kayo sa
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So thank you for that query, no? So there are affidavits, no, that are that requires the individual submission, no. The government is very had already introduced the submission of the omnibus, rather the what's that, the omnibus affidavit, no,
statement.
Omnibus form statement.
yes, of the form statement. Supposed to be individual po yon, no, yung submission doon. Every item isang affidavit, no. Pero para maka-minimize po, no, yung mga bidders ng gastusin sa pag-notary, inisa na lang po. I think it's about 9 to 10 affidavits supposed to be, no. So kaya po siya tinawag na omnibus, no. So iyon po yung isang reason na justification na we are also looking for the government is looking for a way na mapadali yung participation ng mga bidders natin sa pag-join sa mga biddings, no, para ma-afford ng lahat, no, na hindi maging question yung walang pang notary, walang so inisa na lang po sila. But there are documents that require individual submission or individual preparation, considering na they are covered by a certain issuances from our department, no. I guess I have answered properly your query, sir. Thank you. So do we have more questions? So if none, I will just again reiterate the review of the bidding documents, no. Not all naman can be discussed in the pre-bid conference, but we have the soft or hard copy of the bidding documents wherein everything is written there, no. So kindly please review the bidding documents, no. So yun po. So meron ding certificate of key personnel kanina na. So now, no, since wala pong questions, no, so let us just move with the final agenda, no, the item number 3, and this is the summary of proceeding. This includes the announcement of this includes the announcement of the proposed dates for the opening of bids and others back activities, and the issuance of in a bid document, in a bid bulletin if found necessary, no. This time around, I'm giving you Engineer Romano, and maybe to be supplemented by Engineer Sherlyn Abila. So please take it out.
For the summary of proceedings for today's pre-bid conference for 9 civil works projects, the basic contract data, requirements of bidding documents, and the documents to be submitted by the bidders for the technical and financial proposal, as well as the electronic submission and receipt of bids were already discussed. For these 9 civil works projects, the complete set of bidding documents is now available and can be downloaded in the PhilJobs website and the DPWH website. The dropping of the bids will only be until February 15, 2024 at 10 a.m. The bid opening shall be on the same day, February 15, 2024 at 2 p.m. Any changes in the bidding documents will be posted in the supplemental bid bulletin. That will be all, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much. No, so Engineer Salazar had just present to you the summary of proceedings, no? Meaning kung ano na pag-usapan natin kanina, yun po yung pinaka-summary niya. And this includes, of course, the queries of the bidders, no, such as the certificate of the availability of equipment, no? The bidder asked about the certificate of the contents of this certificate of availability of equipment, and also for Ma'am Eliza Ducosin, who is participating online, also asked on the sample of these forms, no, the certificate of availability of equipment, and also what are yes, so we also inform you of those affidavits that are going to be submitted. It's either in group or individual affidavits. No, we have these are covered by DPWH Department Order number 9, number 11, and of course the omnibus form from the Procurement Act, or the RA 9184. So with this, I guess we are all clear with this conference. No, may I hear any final clarification, if there's any? No, are we now? Is it already understood? No, itong pre-bid conference natin, yung mga requirements. So hearing none, may I hear any motions from the members of the Bids and Awards Committee?
I move for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference.
I
Second.
second the motion.
So before we ended, no, Ma'am Eliza asked also if the plans is available.
Electronic, sir.
Yes.
Ayan, plans. I-download naman nila sa available.
Sige po. Okay, so that's the final question of Ma'am Eliza about the plans. No, so I guess it's already clear. No, so okay, no, it has been moved for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference after discussing all details for the submission of your bid proposals, the technical and the financial, together with all requirements provided under our bid documents. It has been duly seconded. I now move for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference. Thank you very much for your attendance.
Thank you, sir.
So with this, we need to exclude bidders now and also the live stream, the YouTube, for us to continue